We are super excited about our upcoming evangelism conference titled Tell His Story. It's going to be on August 23rd here at the Valley Vineyard in Reseda, California from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And Eddy here is going to be our speaker. So we're just really excited. So Eddy, Christians are generally excited about conferences, worship conferences, healing conferences, leadership conferences. But I noticed that when it comes to evangelism conferences, a lot of people are not that excited, and some of them don't even want to attend. What's the reason for that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I'm excited for the conference, and I think for many of us Christians, we have these mental models of what an evangelist is and what evangelism is, and we might be afraid, or we don't want to be like those people who are on the street corner, with the loudspeakers and screaming at you, screaming or pressuring you. And our model might be that person, and we might compare ourselves to that and say, we don't want to be like that. And so we don't really want to be involved with evangelism because our concern is that's what we're being challenged to do. Or we might compare ourselves to people who are really good at it. And we might think, well, that's not something I can do or feel called to do. And so we might shy away from the training or the conferences.
I want to piggyback on that, comparing ourselves with people who are really good at it. Some people might say, well, I'm not a great communicator, I'm not a public speaker, I don't know enough, I don't have the confidence. It's for super Christians who are really pastors and those kind of people. What would you say to that kind of person?
Yeah, I think evangelism is for all of us. We're all called to engage in sharing the good news with a world that desperately needs it. And in our world, there's a lot of people that might be afraid to do that for a variety of reasons. We might fear rejection, which I think is just par for the course. That's what discipleship is. We find ourselves in places where we are representing Jesus or we are living out our faith in a world that doesn't appreciate it. And so I would say, it's not just for the super Christians. It's for every one of us. It's for us to learn, how do we share the gospel? How do we share the good news with a world that is looking for good news?
You have worked with university for close to 3 decades, training leaders and training, evangelizing in college campuses for close to 30 years, which I believe that students are the most difficult people to evangelize. So what are some of the benefits of just learning how to evangelize effectively that you've noticed over the years?
I think the generations keep changing and our culture keeps changing. And we're all rookies, right? Every time we sort of figure out what the culture needs, it changes on us. So I think an evangelism conference or training and putting ourselves regularly in places where we're trying to understand the culture and how God calls us as bearers of good news, as witnesses into a culture that desperately needs it. I think that's what an evangelism conference can do, is that we can together learn who has God called us to and how do we share that good news with the people that He's called us to.
And this is going to be workshop style, really practical?
Yeah, it's going to be very practical, workshop style. It's not me teaching the whole time and preaching or whatever might be. We'll do a lot of work together, get practical, think about the neighbors and friends and family that God has called us to, and pray as well together, and how God might use us to reach the folks that He's put us.
That's great, Eddy. We are so excited. So the conference costs $30, and that includes breakfast and lunch and all the materials for the conference. So guys, that is a great deal. We would love for you to join us. The information to register will be on the screen, or you can go to vvinfo.org/evangelism to register. If you have a big group, you want to bring 10, 20, 30 people, 40 people from your church, will be happy to accommodate you guys. You can reach out to us. We really, really want you to join us for this conference. We think it's going to be amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Eddy.
Yes. See you on the 23rd.
All right.